already did. We good. We live.
We're live. Hey man, when did you get out? Oh, it's just
I'm free. Back on these streets, y'all. Savage AF, you know what it is, man. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. Don't worry. We'll be cursing in 3 minutes or 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
But until
what
then,
do you mean late as usual, Nicole H? We're not late. We're late. Listen, we're here at 3 p.m., 4 p.m. the Pacific Standard Time for you here live.
YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. I'm Black Pedro. That's shame for you.
No, actually, I'm Black Pedro. And
oh wow. Okay.
Then you have to say, no, I'm Black Pedro.
No, I'm Black Pedro.
No. I'm Black Pedro.
But like on the screen, it doesn't. It only says Black. Like if you look in your corner there.
Oh shit. Okay.
It says Comedian Shang.
Comedian
Shang. Do it.
Yo, I'm Comedian Shang.
If you ever miss us live, guys, make sure you get to our YouTube channel. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. YouTube.com/C/SavageAF World. We have all of our episodes archived there. So get on in there, guys. And when you get to the channel,
what you supposed to do when you get to the channel?
Do channel stuff.
Do little channels. Yeah. Goddamn bell, and that's it. After you click the goddamn bell, that ain't all. You give us some thumbs up. Whoa! Give us a thumbs up. I know you think you're done. I know that you feel that your life is fulfilled and done, but it ain't done. What you need to do is rate high, boom. I just didn't hype that way because the graphics are very like in your face. Like that, and so I just
Jerry Bruckheimer production.
Very, very much so. I mean, all we need is a flag, American flag in slow motion.
America.
Yeah, America.
Savage AF, man. If you maybe you don't do YouTube, maybe YouTube don't do you. You know what I'm saying? You can find us on Facebook as well. Here we go. There we go. Go too far. Savage A.F. on Facebook. Savage A. Put a period there. F. Another period there. F 2 dots. Dot
by the way, Nicole H's mom's total whore.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. that went from 0 to 60.
I feel like that. I feel like that was a disproportionate amount of force.
She's not. She's a good woman. I'm just telling you, the way she gives a deep dick massage is bananas.
Wow.
Wow. You're like, wow. Is that what we're doing today? Nicole, I'm just starting shit with you because
I think your mama's sweet lady, Nicole. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got no problem. You
ain't got no problem with her mom's?
No.
Are you sure? Are you?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't met her. Based on Nicole's character, I'm sure her mom tried her best, but we know Nicole has some issues. But you can't always put that on the parents. So we do love you, Nicole, though, and wish you a speedy recovery.
What does she recover from?
Just being a little nutty sometimes. You know what she do. She live in Texas. It's a lot of trauma.
Living in Texas is mental terror.
But so is a lot of America. Hey, Savage AF, man. Also, listen. Even more important, almost than YouTube and Facebook. Really,
is it more important?
The only way we really survive these days as comedians and human beings, the only way I judge myself as a man now is by Instagram.
Wow. So you know what? Since Pedro's having some kind of life crisis where he's like, I judge myself as a man.
Follow me on the gram, or I am not. I'm just not.
Okay, put it this way. Pedro said he's going to kill himself if you don't follow him on the gram.
Okay, technically I didn't mean it.
So if you want to save Pedro's life, if you want Pedro to live until he's an old man like me, please follow @Black Pedro.
I guess I meant live well. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Like,
well, Pedro said he's going to start throwing rocks at children and while they're in preschool. If you do not follow at Black
that's what they need
Pedro,
to learn.
I heard Shang said he will sucker punch a kitten if you do not follow at comedian Shang. There
That's
will
what
be
it is.
kittens getting sucker punched. I mean, out the blue,
They
like
never see it coming.
pow, right in the face. And okay, here we go with Nicole. Wow, just wow.
There's a lot of Texans in the building. What's up to everybody? I see
I
Demani Jones,
never liked Texas.
Miss
I do
Pink.
shows down there, and they're just. I got to pass out leaflets to let them know they got to learn how to read before they come to my show. You dumb. We're over 5 minutes. You dumb motherfuckers.
Maya Baker, I see you as well. Znat. Hey man, thank y'all for being here while we build the building. It is Thursday, April 27, 2023, in the time-space continuum. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. Black Pedro, comedian Shang. Man, let's get off up into this show today, man. We are that show. We discuss politics, hot topics, current events, in an I don't give a fuck kind of style.
Wow, that was very harsh the way you said that.
I mean, you know, come on, bro. You just outed Nicole's mom today, and just told all kind of things about her life.
Well, no,
I feel like, you know,
no, I didn't. Stop.
I feel like I'm the least harsh.
Let me tell you something about Pedro. I'm gonna tell you something about Pedro.
I'm buttoned all the way to the top. You can't really be mean.
Right, it can't be you. That's true. With that get up, and then you gonna put your hands. Let me tell you something about Pedro. He drinks. He fucks white girls, and yeah,
I love how you said it like that's a vice, or like something I'm addicted to. The nigga's drunk all the time. There's white slime on him all the time.
Hold up, he does the weed.
He does the weed, the white women, and the whiskey.
So every time you see this little picture of him trying to be all gentle and kind, and I've seen his act. One time he called a lady a whore back bitch motherfucker in Columbia, South Carolina. I was there, and the only reason we didn't get beat up was because Pedro pulled it out his ass and got it towards the end of the show. But at first, it was dicey as fuck. But
I fought that crowd for a minute.
Look at you! Shut up, bitch! I can't. Like Pedro. But speaking of Pedro,
Treehead does come in. Of course, you're gonna chime in with the
homeless,
with the specificity of white homeless girls.
No,
not just white girls.
I'm joking,
and that's not my thing.
That's not his
thing. The homeless
thing.
part wasn't the thing.
The homeless part was his thing. Yeah, he didn't know.
Thing,
no, okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is with Pedro. The reason I say that is his pictures look so. Oh, he's such a sweet man. Yeah. Speaking of that. If you want to come to a sweet taping, make sure you check this out. Bam! Pedro will be taping a comedy special. That is May 25th. 2 shows, 7:30, 9:30 at the 3 Clubs nightclub. Black Pedro is engaged.
Yeah, man. Y'all gonna love it.
Make sure that if you want to get tickets for now, DM at Black Pedro. Pedro.
I've almost got the Eventbrite.
But for now,
that'll be up
right. It'll be up. So at Black Pedro, make sure you check him out. It's going to be a live taping. It's going to be 2 shows, and it's going to be off the chain. Very funny, but don't let the little I help puppies and face fool you.
I do help puppies. I do.
Well, stop it. All right, so we're going to get down on the rundown on the run up.
And Zena, I do not believe that you are clinically qualified to define me. She said bullshit, he's crazy. Okay.
Wow.
That's not okay. I haven't seen any credentials from you that would allow you to fully make that analysis. Okay? Other than maybe a few episodes of the show. But whatever. That's not clinical shit.
That's not clinical. You can't really say that. You can, you shouldn't, but you can if you choose. So the rundown on the run up on the rundown is going to be given to you by a young man that acts as though he's an angel, but if you see the other side, which I have, he's a devil.
Hey, Savage AF, man.
If you believe in that type of shit,
if you're into it. We're going to end today's show with a Shangry. I believe we've entered a time of the punching. Let the punching begin.
Yes.
All right. Shangry's going to take us there. But before we get into that, your Black Page will pop in today. We're going to talk about the Monkey King.
Oh, yeah. You know.
Okay, we'll talk about this. But before we get into that, it's some new shit to me. So I'm just sharing. I like to share what I learned today.
Very up and coming.
Now we'll get.
Topic.
We'll get
I
into
was going to finish. I said
oh, yeah.
very up and coming topic that I think that you'll grasp hard on.
Let's see. But before we get into that, man, we do have that critical question that we ask. You know, serious dark topic. Motherfuckers say what? But
oh man,
yeah,
nice
update on the murder of Breonna Taylor. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then even a darker topic that'll get right up under your skin. We're gonna start off today's show again. It's April.
Yeah, this was I saw the rundown of what Pedro sent me in the email.
It's what's going on like right now.
Thanks, you chipper motherfucker, you.
I mean, you know, I could do
this show
squirrel
is
raises chickens or some shit, but but listen, the reality is they say no justice, and then we say no peace. It's gonna be we will not get peace around the catalytic event that really sparked the civil rights movement. The murder of Emmitt Till, his lynching, his brutal murder based on this false accusation by a white woman, Carol Dunham, Nazi something.
Okay, here we go. Carol Dunham, Bryant Dunham, woman at the center of the Emmitt Till lynching, dies at 88. She was 88 years old. Yeah, she was 88 years old. And what I suggested was there's a book called The Book of the Dead. What we do is we read it over her body, we bring this bitch back, and then we pummel the shit out of her. No.
Well, I mean, I think we've talked about it on previous shows. Like we were looking for this 88-year-old woman to be put on trial and thrown in jail for what happened. I mean, you know, there's no statute of limitations to murder. She was an accessory to one. The murderers admitted doing it. Nobody ever served any time for it.
Right.
She was the last remaining survivor, you know, involved in the incident, and you know, she was the linchpin, the catalyst for this.
Okay,
you know,
but Maya Baker says, okay.
She said there's a special place in hell for her and others like her. You know, see, and I get the sentiment, Maya, and you know we love and appreciate you, but like I'm not a religious guy, so I don't think that she's in some den of fire lions, getting her crotch
like she's in
devoured
hell
or some shit.
Damn, I should not have done that to that little nigger boy.
Yeah, for me, it's more satisfying to see these people brought to justice
or spend time in jail.
But life.
If you look at a lot of there's more than this situation. Emmitt Till is the one that was the spark. But if you look at the different situations where women have accused men of looking at them the wrong way, murdered by angry white mobs, and on and on. There's other things that have happened like this. This one was the one that sparked. But there's so many women that are still alive that have done that. There are women that have accused men of rape and accused men of fondling. That was the one thing on the elevator, that he fondled her. And these white men beat this dude to death. So let's find these other women and see if we can put them in jail. That's my new calling, Pedro.
All the wolf crying racist white women
did that. But Pedro is better at it because what he does is he knows how to get these white women. He lures them into his home. Now,
I have a trap called the couch. And especially the homeless ones, they seem to be attracted to it.
He dicks them down, which puts them in a comfortable state. Then they feel like, and then they
start dickmatizing.
They dickmatizing, yes. By the way, he does that well, I guess. The white homeless whores, and this is going to get us so flagged. And then after he gets them in a lulled state, boom, call the cops.
Out the door.
Yeah. out the door.
WGMA has what might be a more practical solution or way to find justice. Maybe the door isn't closed. Oh, hold on. I was about to.
No, I'm sorry. You got it.
He said sue the family until they broke as fuck. So you know,
I
you
still
know,
think it's
I don't know if that's a viable pursuit, but I
okay.
appreciate. I mean, it's it's more legal than anything we're thinking about.
How about
so
this then?
you know,
Since
I appreciate that.
we take the next family member, I agree with what I see your logic. We take the next family member and we tie them to a bed. I know you're going, what the hell?
I think that's what he was saying.
No. And then what you do is you get some clamps and you open their butthole and you fill it with acorns.
Okay, see.
Like every day.
Yeah.
They fill their booty with acorns.
Wait. You listen to too many Wu-Tang albums. He's like, and then I keep feeding you and feeding you.
I cut your eyelids off and feed you no pills.
It's like I put a hanger on the fucking stove and let that shit get hot and then stick it in your ass real slow.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I cut your knees off and make you walk up a flight of steps. You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm saying that I wasn't done with the acorns. Then we don't feed squirrels for about like 6 months and make them ravenous. You know, giving them enough to keep them alive, but they ravenous. Then we let the squirrels go.
They want the acorn meat.
But they love acorns, and then you let the squirrels go in after the acorns in the asshole. All the family members. Tell me that ain't good. Come on now.
There you go.
Tell me that ain't good.
Okay, well, I don't know where you're gonna get all them squirrels, but go ahead, man. Ms. Phenom said, well, she was in a cancer jail, and I hope her cancer hurt like hell, and I hope she felt all the pain he felt to the 100th power as she died a slow death. In the words of Samuel Jackson, yes, she deserves to die. And I hope she burns in hell. You know Shane gonna have it rigged up. You know he gonna have that one on deck, you know.
Come on, man.
But we you know, I mean, it's like I said, this was kind of and Emmitt's mother's decision to have an open casket funeral and service that the world essentially was able to see was a major catalyst for the civil rights movement. So this is this case, this incident, this murder has been with Black people for I don't know 70 years now or something.
I think the imagery that his mother kind of allowed. And by the way, AJ Fit, I did leave dicks out of it on this time, but it is private parts because that's the worst shit that people could fuck with on a human being, I believe.
Shang is like, see, if you really want to violate a person,
you got to go
touch their private parts without their permission and stuff acorns and squirrels up there. Yeah.
You understand my logic. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Shang used to work for the CIA, code breaking, fucking terrorists and shit.
So, hey man, you thirsty? Here's some water board.
Like Agent Acorn is on the premises, guys. We're gonna clear the room.
What are you gonna do with those acorns, man? You'll see.
Yeah.
But the thing is, think about all the pain. I'm gonna pivot back. Think about all the pain that his mother had to deal with, and his family had to deal with, knowing that this woman was tiptoeing around live like a motherfucker. Again, I say we bring them back to life with the Evil Dead book. Now, granted, she'll be possessed in evil, but there's ways to take them out. You shoot them with a shotgun filled with bullets that were blessed by the Pope. You what you do is you get water balloons full of holy water, and you keep you smack it on the head. You take a cross, right? You know where I'm going. No, you stick it up their butthole.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna try and add a punchline to that one. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let that one float out. I'm gonna
let that one fly.
Like the balloon you'll never see again. Just gone. But yeah, man. Hope Renee says karma will get her. I mean, she
Karma,
did. Hope.
she did.
She
What
did.
the
Hope.
fuck are y'all talking about?
I love you, Hope, but
You know
she
what?
did.
You know what?
That's the. I mean,
God
that's
will find justice. When is God gonna find justice? If you look at the situations and some of the stuff we're talking about, consistently, when it comes to cops, when it comes to hate groups, when you look at like with hate crimes and things like that, which the young man that was just shot in the shoulder and shot in the head, that guy's not gonna be charged for a hate crime, even though his family said this guy's racist,
his
flat out.
grandson was like, oh, you mean racist grandpa,
You
racist
mean racist grandpa that we
grandpa
can't?
cracker, Grand Richard
Yeah,
grandpa?
yeah. So I think that we always talk about the shit about, well, God will make it better, and if you just pray, or you got karma will get them. We always say that shit. How about hands get them? How about somebody walk up and smack the living dog doo doo out of this dirty, dirty bitches? Those
Well,
like all the guys were alive too. They didn't.
oh, I mean, no, they admitted it and all of that, and didn't, it's one of the all white jury, all that shit. It in the heart of it, that's one of the
And this
most
young man,
infuriating parts of it.
this young man was brutally murdered.
No,
It
it's
was
ridiculous.
heinous. It was heinous. And the
So,
imagery that we see about it, where she left the open casket so she could see how this country was, I think it was profound. But we still haven't learned a fucking thing. I mean, I believe Pedro because I've been alive 90 years longer than you.
hey, slow down.
Because Pedro 40.
No, brother, I'm approaching that 50. I'm getting
Are you?
closer. I'll be
Not
46.
really.
I'll be 46 next month.
Yes,
Actually, my birthday, my next birthday, my 46th,
this
is the
is
day
the day
after my
after
taping.
the
So
taping.
we're doing the birthday party
Slash,
after the
it'll
taping. So
be
come.
taping slash birthday get down. But no, I guess because Pedro, he has he's a youthful man. I just don't even see you close for approaching my age. By the way, I'm 73
Hey, man, it's a good
for
time to be
everybody.
that. Now listen, I do see
But I
some.
still can get the dance on. Look at that nigga. Look at
Now,
him.
I do see some calls for some possibly violent forms of justice. Before we get to that level, I'd say we'd at least like to see the court system fail us first, and that's what's most frustrating about this case is that the court systems never really even tried this. You know what I mean? Like they
Right.
didn't put this woman on trial ever for her involvement
Well,
in
and they
something
knew
that
it was her. Yeah.
she admitted to lying about what occurred between her and Emmett till even if it had been just if he had whistled, even if he had slapped her on the ass or whatever, you don't do that to no fucking child. It's not a reason to murder anybody ever, right? So
Well, see, that's where we differ. We differ majorly. Luckily, you keep your guns over there, but if you let me borrow them, you catch a
I
case.
can't do that. See,
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
I'm
do
just
that.
saying. I'm saying that you catch a case. I already got about 5 people on the list that I'm
Can't bring
going.
my
I
shit
mean,
back with
like,
bodies
no,
on it.
yeah, exactly. Bodies, flat out. If the purge was real, that's what I'm saying. I'd be the most purging. They'd be like, Shang's a champion in purge 4 years in a row. I mean, like, put it this way: all the white people in my building would move out that night because purge would be happening. Because I'm sick of y'all fucking getting away with murder and rape and all kind of horrible shit. If you look at all the situations where they accuse somebody of something and we end up dying, but we accuse them of the same shit that they do wrong, they don't end up dying. That's what my Shangri would touch on that.
There you go. Maya Baker says her revenge is forcing seniors at the assisted living place to watch movies like Harriet until they get CRT anyway. You hit them with some psychological warfare, Maya. That that's that. I like that. Now, don't go as far as to cut their eyelids off, okay? I know
Well,
how you can get sometimes. Like, no, y'all gonna stay
Well,
awake
let's
for this.
okay. Okay. What about digging her up? Like she died, right? We dig her up. We put her. No, man. Just hear me out. Yeah,
Okay.
you've been a little judgmental, brother. I
I'm
think it's
sorry.
the
I just,
last button in your shirt's up. If
I have a
that
fear.
last
I have a
button wasn't
feeling.
there, if you took one button down, you'd understand what I'm saying. We dig her up. We dig this racist fucking cunt up. We put her on the back of a truck on like stilts,
No way.
right? We offer kids money to throw apples at her body.
Like every Halloween,
Yeah.
like do it annually, then
I
put
know
it back.
people thinking, "Wow, I'm being extreme." What she did was extreme. The court system is extreme. They're extremely biased and racist. If you look at the situation pertaining to not only police officers, which we're going to segue into, but just general citizens that feel like they have the right to do whatever the fuck they want to do. If you look at Zimmerman, the situation with Zimmerman, he felt like he had the right to do whatever the fuck he do, and they always seem to get away with, murder, assault, and whatever else just because of their whiteness.
Yeah.
And people say you shouldn't talk about that on the show. You probably have a bigger rating if you wouldn't. But honestly, is it because it's because of their whiteness? Because
I mean, we call it privilege. I mean,
okay, the white
and it
privilege.
happens in so many ways. You know what I
Pedro,
mean?
have you
So many levels
ever
of
had to deal with that? Have you ever had to deal with that where white privilege was right in your face? And
I mean, it's part of the joke that I tell around my homeless hobo experience, where I had this white woman in my apartment who was like refusing to leave, and it put me in this position where, because of her white privilege, I felt very limited in terms of my options to remove her from my place.
So you couldn't grab her up in the collar.
I mean, I could, right? But then what does that look like, my dude? You know what I mean? In my own place, me snatching some curly head white bitch up out of my apartment, throwing her on the lawn and be like, "Hey, bitch, if you come back, I got a foot for your ass."
And everybody look and go, "That's our neighbor."
You know what I mean? So like, there's only so much I can do. There's a lot of echo in my vestibule. That shit'll be halfway down the block the second she screams. So to find myself in a position in my own house, I mean, that's part of the joke. That's how we as comedians process shit. But I was very, very furious because I'm like, and I eventually asked her at the end, I was like, "Yo, are you rich? Like, do you come from a lot of money or something? Because this is the most privileged shit I've ever seen in my life. To just like sit up in somebody else's house, they're like, you have to leave now. And you're like, oh, I don't want to. You're just like, oh, I don't want to. I'm like, that's the whitest shit you could ever do.
But then Pedro called the police and they opened the door and it's black Pedro. Go, it's a twofer. It's a twofer.
And Miss Fina, she said she tried to colonize my cock. She was definitely going for the couch first. and then whatever else after that, I don't know.
Why I've never dealt with that? I'm gonna tell you why I never dealt with that, people. Why don't you tell them why I ain't never dealt with that, Pedro?
Shang does not partake in the devil's milk, shall I say.
Hey man, I'm already light skinned enough. The fuck I look like? Like, if y'all want to see me walking down the street with a white woman, y'all be like, what the fuck is these two white people doing?
Right.
Because I'm high yellow. Like, but if you meet me, then you go, oh, that's nigga all day.
Nope,
like the level of nigritude that permeates for me is like Spider-Man when he gets the tingle.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, but no, like I think when I was younger, well, I didn't know Pedro then. I didn't know Pedro when I was younger. He didn't know me. I know the nigga was from Detroit, and I knew he was a comic, and I knew he was hosting, and I thought it was horrible. Not he was horrible. It was horrible because I thought it was bullshit the way that the system was treating him. And the system wasn't. No, I mean it was. I mean honestly, the system was treating.
I mean, it's all of us go through it.
Yeah. So, I'm saying, people knew how I was my whole first part of my career. Now I've just sold out like a fucking fiend, but I got money in the bank. But lots of money in the bank. But my whole first part of my career was always saying, I mean, I wore puka shells. What the fuck was I thinking? I had toe rings and shit, and women with afros around me, like fight the power. And that's when you didn't know me. But you know I was. You saw, who is this militant?
Yeah, we saw it on TV.
It was on TV, yeah. But I think that this is the type of shit. If you look at the Emmitt situation and her accuser getting away with it, is what fuels me even to this day. I just posted something. Go to my IG, y'all, on Instagram, about these cops got caught with all this racist text that they sent out. Yeah, a racist text. We're gonna start a race war. I'm gonna start killing these niggers with a hard ER, well, niggas. And it's time for us to start chopping off some black heads. It's the white Taliban must begin. There was page after 62 pages of this shit. I
Yeah,
just
bro.
posted it. Look up this
Oh,
story.
that's the and that's oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's the Antioch
Yeah, that's a
Police
real
Department, and
shit.
that's up in the Bay Area, Northern
It's real.
California.
It's real shit. I'm not.
That's California.
So when you see images like this, when you see this young man, who by the way, wasn't a grown man. They're trying to say he's I can't even say
Yeah,
young
he's a
man.
child. He's a
This
child.
child, this boy, that this lady, this horrible hag bitch, and I can say that horrible hag, horrible fucking bitch who admitted it, got to live her whole life without paying the consequences. So all of that shit y'all saying about, well, maybe the karma and maybe this later. She ain't never paid. She got to
Jail.
die. She didn't go to jail. She didn't get her fingernails pulled out by a Russian oligarch. I don't know where.
Nope.
No, but I mean, I'm just saying, in my mind,
But that's a fact though.
that would have been, you know,
Facts matter.
just the dude from Taken didn't grab her and put her in the basement and put electric progs on her titties, attach
She
it to
spent
a
no
car
time
battery.
yet. No time handcuffed to a radiator at all.
Exactly. So I don't see it as justice. I see it as, you know, another thing that makes me. If you question God, here we go. If you question if there's a God, and I was watching, what's the really smart brother that's a scientist?
Neil
Neil
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
deGrasse. He was asked, "Do you believe in God?" And he ran this shit down so clean. He said, "If there is a God, explain this. Explain a building falling on 200 kids in Sri Lanka. Explain this. The children that were murdered by, you know, the soldiers. On and on and on. If there is a God, if that means he's not a just God, he's not a good God. If you believe in evil, then that means wouldn't this be evil? So, wow, I know I'm probably gonna get some shit on this one, but it makes me
Hey man.
question it. It's like if God is, they say God is good and God is all things. If that's the case, is he evil too? Why does he oppress black people? Why are black people oppressed on this in this planet? Why do we go through all of this obvious shit that's not justice? And
Shank, because you haven't given your tithes, brother. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
that's why.
If you give your tithes to God, you'll be good to
Well,
it. Well, we'll get no peace. We're gonna move on, but we will get no peace no matter how much you pray. Surrounding the Emmitt Till case, as far as I see now,
did you
I
say
was really hoping because the
tithes?
Germany just recently threw a 90-year-old woman in
Woman,
jail who was a Nazi secretary. So I'm like, we could have done that to this woman, but you know, this is America. All right, we're gonna keep it pushing, man. And
another
as we
one
do, this is another one of those, but you
with a
know,
DJ
no,
Khaled of fucked upness today.
and another one that's gonna make you say,
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
all right, we know the case, man. Louisville, Kentucky, Breonna Taylor, uh, um, a falsely filed no-knock warrant was issued to the wrong apartment or to an apartment that was falsely believed to be a part of some drug trafficking. Police break in the door. They say they announced themselves.
Which we know they
No,
didn't.
no other resident in that building testified or reported that they heard the police announcing themselves, except for one who changed their statement on the third interview. So that being said, they didn't announce themselves. Busting Kenneth, I think his last name is Walker. Sorry, Breonna's boyfriend, believing the house was being robbed, fires a warning shot, and then the police unleash an insane amount of bullets. End up killing Breonna Taylor. They were able to track down to this officer as the one whose bullet was fatal. And I think one officer got in trouble for shooting a wall.
Right.
But other than that, there were no charges brought. And that went all the way up to the state attorney general, Daniel, I'm Bitch McConnell's coon, Cameron.
Wow. Wow.
A black attorney
Wow,
general.
that rolled off your lips real smooth, man.
Well, I mean, that's his. I didn't name him. That's his.
I know.
name.
I'm not saying. I mean,
just,
you're just stating the facts of what he
saw the
is.
birth certificate. I was like, wow,
Yeah,
this is a
you know,
unique
I mean,
name. But yeah. So that being said, fast forward to right now. This officer, while not serving on the Louisville force, has been hired by another department nearby. So essentially, he's after unjustly killing Breonna Taylor, and they showed up at the wrong house under false pretenses. This man has the ability to go out and do the same goddamn thing.
Well,
again,
no knock warrants. If you look, no knock. Did I say no knock? No. Okay. Well, we know that a lot of them have been used to just for cops to do heinous shit, illegal shit, and they, you know, it's basically a get out of jail free card for cops to do, you know, just come in your home and do whatever the fuck they want to do. In this situation, we know, and then, you know, also the media, which fuck the media and fuck your families too if you back this shit. Fuck you, trying to paint her as some kind of bad person, which wasn't the case at all. She worked. She was a person, you know, it's just like the guy that they shot where they come into his home and he reaches for a gun because he's like, yo, you didn't announce yourself. And then they shoot him while he's on his couch. These warrants are just not justified. Obviously it ends up with murder.
I mean, how would you expect people to react if you just kick in their door all of a sudden? And in this case, I do not believe that these police were announcing themselves. So,
No.
you know, in a society where you also tell people they have the right to arm themselves and protect their home and stand their ground.
They believe in the Second Amendment until the Second Amendment comes and bites them in the ass or kills one of their kids or kills one of their loved ones. That's what I think. That's why I say I don't know if I'm gonna get this gun, but everybody.
That's not. You know, I wouldn't finish that sentence because they might look back at this one day and be like, "So on this one episode,
on this one episode, the man who talked about the acorns. Let's start. I mean, really,
Acorn 47. That's what they're gonna call you.
Up the ass. You really want the acorn up the ass, and then the squirrels. Okay. No, I think that honestly, I think that when you look at this, I don't know, this no knock situation, fuckery bullshit, and how many cases where the people that live there end up dying, and the cops just tiptoe their ass to another job or get transferred to another precinct, just like priests who fuck little kids or diddle little kids, and magically they end up in another parish. It's the same thought process. When do we all say that enough? I just don't know when is enough enough.
It's called the racist pass around, Maya Baker tells us.
Wow.
Hey, racist, come on down. Do something racist, we'll pass you around. Ling, 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 down.
I mean, they do seem to be never, you know, I mean, he's got another job. He's breathing air. He's,
but it's like the same job. Like, you know what? If they want to find that no wrong was done, you know, okay. But I mean, obviously some wrong was done. Like the baby girl is dead. So it's like, if you're a cop and you shot somebody that you weren't supposed to, I think that that's just like career-ending shit. You know what I mean? Like the fucking, you know, like he could have another job, but not. But this shit is like it's the same job. Like he gets to be a cop again, some more, continue, and
right.
and you know, it's like go back, get into construction, build furniture in your garage. You know, open your website. You know, you could go live your life, dog. But
not a
no
cop.
way,
So you're saying
no way.
that out of all the shit for them to give him, he's a police officer again. And fucking look at this smug punk's face. Smug. You don't think that's a smug look? I want to smack his smug face.
By dictionary definition standards, I would say.
Now, and I'm gonna say something. There's a image of one of Breonna Taylor's family finding this out, and it's horrible. It's that silent scream where you just see somebody. And it's horrible because it feels like her life meant nothing.
And she was training to be a EMT, I believe.
Yeah.
And serve as a first responder herself. So, it was just tragic all around, man. But that's an update on that story. Not only again is there no justice for Breonna, but it's insult to injury when you find out
so Pedro,
her murderer gets his murderer privileges back.
Being a young black man.
Tell me when you see one.
No,
there's a young black man here. Hello, young Negro.
There ain't none around there. You sure?
Not here, bro.
Okay, but so what does it make you think when you see this time and time again? Do you ever get? And anybody in the feed, tell me, do you ever just get exhausted? Because at my age of 79, I'm exhausted, dude. I worry about Cameron. I don't worry about Xavier because I think there's a very good chance he's going to end up talking shit to the wrong cop. And yeah,
you're not even worried about it.
No, I'm okay. No, I'm worried, but I know that he's like that. Like when he was little, I had to do an exchange at the police station between me and his mom, and he was acting wilding out. He was wilding out on me, wilding out, and the cop said, "Oh, we're gonna see him later. We're gonna definitely be dealing with him later." And because hopefully he calms down as he gets older, but this privileged kind of like I'll do whatever the fuck I want. These cops is not about that life.
Yeah, life will check that.
Yeah, life will check that. Hopefully, I mean, I know that sounds bad. I hope the life checks him, not kills him or he dies, but checks him to the point where he goes, I'm not allowed to act this way. I'm not allowed to be, breaking shit and, hitting people and doing stuff. So I can't believe I got personal with my kid.
Yeah,
all right.
man.
Hey, y'all. We'll edit that out.
No,
but no, I mean, when I was dealing with him, it was really, if I look back at my life, it was really a chunk of my life of just difficulty with just constant difficulty, constant.
Yeah.
And I understand that there's going to be troubled kids and troubled youth and whatever else. And I understand that sometimes there are some good cops, but and I said this in the thing I put on Instagram, until I see the good cops, until I see the good police the bad police, I ain't fucking with the police.
And we just worry about
you don't get any empathy from me. If I hear a cop got shot, I go, hey, slappy dappy, nigga.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, tippity top tip, nigga.
Well, I think you were asking me, what do I think when I see this, and does it wear me down? I mean, I think it's just when we see the same thing happening over and over again, the same incident, the same outcome, the same lack of consequences. To me, that's the definition of systematic. You know what I mean? So when people talk about, oh, what is systemic racism, and it doesn't, it's like, I mean, it's pretty evident, right? Like it's unarmed black person shot by police, no consequences for the cops. That is the typical. And when you have the same input output, that is systematic, right? Like it's like take bread, put it in the toaster, press the lever down, pops back up, toast. It's a system of baking, of warming up bread. Well, this is a system of oppressing black people, is kill them in the front of their community, make everybody watch, don't do shit to the cops, send them back out there to do it again.
Wow.
And then watch niggas run. Because they already done seen these cops kill a motherfucker, so now they're gonna run.
He got another job, basically. He got another job. He's back in the mix. I think it's sad and it wears on me. And then sometimes people think, well, you're a comic. Why aren't you all happy? Why aren't you happy? You guys make people laugh. And sometimes I do get in these real dark places when I see shit like this. And I shouldn't let it get to me that way, but I've seen so much of it. Y'all don't understand. I've seen so much of it. And I've seen it for a long time. I've been arrested, sometimes justifiably. And then another time where me and another comic, I don't drink. I'm in this passenger seat and they arrest me for being out at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
in Houston, Texas. That's why I'm on
curfew.
some fuck Texas. And then the nerve to say, after being extremely rough with me while he's putting the handcuffs on as though I'm resisting or some shit, saying, I'm trying to treat you like a human being. And what triggered this dirty fuck boy cop was when I said, I am a human being. You can't treat me like act like I'm not what I am. The fuck you mean? And then, oh, no, we got
uppity, Shang.
Yeah, he said, no, I guess we got a courthouse lawyer. Really, bitch?
That's not a legal matter.
It's not. Yeah, exactly.
Your humanity.
Not only did you said the wrong shit, you're a dumb cop. It was two different. You could have said something else.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now you're a humanist, but that would have worked better instead of just, oh, you're some kind of courthouse lawyer. I can't stand these motherfuckers, and I'm having a hard time. When you see this situation, ever believing in the police system, it's how do I believe in it? It's hard to believe in it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Damani Jones says he gets mad. Used to be sad, but he prays don't come across a racial situation because he said he's gonna be out there and someone else too. Now, listen, I do want to caution y'all, as much as this shit gets to us, that you do your best, man, to maintain your head, to keep your head about you, because it's all a trap, right? Like I said, like you look at George Floyd and the way that Derek Chauvin sat on his neck and looked around like, yeah, motherfucker, what? You want some knee on your neck too? Yeah. It's all terrorism, right? The moment anybody had tried to jump those cops on that scene, they'd be dead too. And then the police come down and start crashing in the whole neighborhood, blah, 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 right? We know it. So it's all a trap. So, until there's just an all-out fight, we got to continue to fight intelligently, within the system until it completely collapses.
But wow,
she already was an EMT. Yes, Shang, it is exasperating and it is disgusting how we are treated, and the systematic racism plus the dysfunctional inhumanity in our society is exhausting. Your rage is justified, Shang. Absolutely. It's righteous anger, and to say trying to treat you like a human being spoke volumes about his bias and bigotry.
I ended up getting arrested for public intoxication, well, because my eyes were red.
Being sober.
For being sober, my eyes were red, and he said, "Well, your eyes are kind of red." I said, "It's 2 a.m. I did 3 shows. I'm tired."
Your Honor, he was drunk while sober, which clearly is not allowed within this. Like, what's the argument?
Officer.
Well, Nicole H says it very simply. She said most cops are dumb.
I agree. I
said, yeah, there's, I don't feel like the IQ part, and the ones who with the higher IQs end up behind desks or at higher level positions and aren't necessarily out there in your face busting, putting a nigga's head through a plate glass, as Mark Wahlberg's character said in The Departed. You know what I'm saying?
But so if you see this cop wherever he got a job, spit on him. No, don't spit on him, because then he'll shoot you, because that's assault. Yeah. My bad. Call him names. No, you can't call him names, because then you'll get shot.
That's how you lose your teeth.
Give him a really mean look. Nah, they don't like us looking at him mean, because then
that's how you get profiled.
Then you get profiled. Then they follow you to your house. And say,
write a letter to your local city councilman.
Yeah. After they do all that shit, we'll handle it in court, and then they don't even show up in court. This cop showed up in court, and I got all of it taken care of. Shout out to Kara Montgomery, who came and got me out of the Hooskow. I call it the Hooskow because it's Texas. With her son of I think her son was like 9 months old, Dylan, in her arms. White lady with a baby in her arm, calling the from New
Let
York,
my Negro go.
calling the cops. That's my fucking friend. Fuck you, you dirty bitch cop. And I'm sitting there going, she gonna get thrown in here
He
with
gonna
me
take
with a
the baby.
baby, right? And they didn't do shit to her. Here's his
Man.
wallet, okay? He can pay for it. You thought he couldn't pay for it, but he can pay for it. Fuck you, and fuck you too. And the cop was looking like, ma'am, and she's holding her son in her arm while she's like, and fuck you too, and get him out of there right now. Here's his ID, here's his money, and fuck you. I bet you were never loved as a child. Oh,
Listen. That white lady shit right there. It's a powerful tool. It's like bringing the Infinity Stones together, and
yeah, she was my
there's
Infinity
so
Stone.
much power there. It just depends on how you wield it. You know what I mean?
She did like this and
when
turned
it's
her
on
hand
your,
around. I was like, look at her hand there. All of them were there.
but when it's on your side, man, ain't it the best, bro?
Devani Jones said Pedro is drunk while sober.
And that's how I live my life. Man. You
I
live
think I'm gonna
yours.
go out.
Savage AF.
I think that one of these nights I'm gonna go out and just get sloshed. I'm gonna just get
son number 3 on the way.
wow. What you mean you having a kid again? Damn. Yeah.
God damn.
I will,
All right, man.
let me tell you something. I will put my nuts in a blender before I have another kid.
Oh Lord.
Fuck
There's other
that.
ways, dog.
I'm
Have you
just
heard of
telling
counting?
you. Fuck that. If I look at a chunk of my life, man, I tell people, don't have kids. It's horrible.
Most parents end up saying that.
No, it's horrible. There's a when I say draining your soul, you know, when you find out you get, oh yeah, man, your kid only stole 30 grand off of you. Like shit like that, man. Man, don't ever. Well, Pedro, if you want to, but I'm just telling you. I mean, you can really. Well, you're a little bit more stable.
That's right.
Well,
Nicole
no,
says
not really.
you can't even.
That's bullshit.
Just a little
I
bit.
take that
It
back.
depends. It depends on the scenario. Nicole says you can't even feed the homeless in Houston. You'll get a ticket. What the fuck, yo? Yeah. All right, man. And Maya says white women use their privilege for evil, but some like in Shang's case, she used it for good, and you know it works out. And there are white women out there who use their privilege for good. They don't go viral for it. They're not the Karens, but it happens. You know, that's what I'm saying. It is just a tool, and whoever holds it determines the world. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings, fact matter. We're gonna keep it pushing, y'all. And as we do a little something like that right now.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, let me out. It's your boy Black Pedro with another pop. I fucked that up. Take 2.
Yeah, you got it.
It's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know what's popping. Oh man. All right. So unlike Shang, I am not an avid mixed martial arts, sport follower. UFC. What's the other Bellator? I don't.
Bellator, Pride, and One.
See, I don't follow that stuff. I don't believe in violence. I believe in the human intellect and our ability to communicate verbally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Wow. So
create
this
society.
is the same man. This is the same man that wanted to run a man over with his car because.
However, one's feelings are not quite the same as one's actions. So rather than,
I talked to him on the phone after that. He was livid.
I'll have you know, rather than running over him with my car, I simply yelled out the window, "Nigga, I'll kill you!" And then I drove off in my motor coach. But anyways, that being said, man, I came across a clip, which the interviewer is a guy we both know.
Yeah.
Very, very funny comedian, Stephen Briggs, interviewing this MMA fighter, this UFC fighter that I was never familiar with. But his name and his backstory caught my eye. and I wanted to show you guys this.
I am here with Jordan Levitt from the UFC, aka the Monkey King. First of all, Jordan, I gotta know, how did you get the nickname the Monkey King? It's an amazing nickname.
It was a racial nickname.
Really?
No, I'm joking. No, so we were watching the Forbidden Kingdom in middle school. All my friends, who actually all happened to be white, they're like, "Hey, that's you. You're the Monkey King," and kind of stuck.
How old are you when you started wrestling?
14, and then I quit, and then discovered MMA. And I was like,
All right, I'm sorry, I don't need to hear the rest of the story.
No, you got to hear the rest.
All right, well, I'm gonna play
The whole
it
I'm
again.
here with Jordan Levitt from the UFC, aka the Monkey King. First of all, Jordan, I gotta know, how did you get the nickname the Monkey King? It's an amazing nickname.
It was a racial nickname.
Really?
No, I'm joking. No, so we were watching the Forbidden Kingdom in middle school. All my friends, who actually all happened to be white, they're like, "Hey, that's you. You're the Monkey King," and kind of stuck.
How old are you when you started wrestling?
14, and then I quit, and then discovered MMA. And I was like, I should wrestle if I want to fight, and then came back when I was 16.
So you started at 14 and quit at 14?
Yeah.
What made you quit?
It's hard. I joined wrestling to like hang out with my friends. I never did anything athletic in my life, all sisters. So then I quit. And the day I quit, I turned on Spike TV because I wanted to feel manly because I'm a quitter. The Ultimate Fighter Season 10 is on. I didn't even know there were separate shows away from The Ultimate Fighter. I thought it was all reality TV show people fighting. 13 years later, I'm in the UFC.
How was that? Okay, so just a quick note to any monkey princes out there or monkey dukes out there. If you have all white friends and they see a movie with a character called the Monkey King, and then they're like, "Hey, that's you. You are the Monkey King."
They are racist.
Nigga, that's racist. That's racist.
Okay,
as
the reason I wanted you to play the rest of it. One, somebody said he's the zestiest UFC fighter ever because he's kind of feminine, but he was only a 3 of Seattle's black dating pool.
Hold on. I gotta since you said it, because I was so blown away by the racial stuff, I didn't even pick up on the sisters and all of that shit. As all sisters, and I'm a quitter. I'm gonna show y'all this really quickly because in searching for images of him, I thought this was pretty fucking funny. I was like, "Nigga, you did that in the UFC ring? Like, do you see this shit?"
Yeah, I know who he is.
I was like, bruh, who's in your corner?
He did a move that only 3 other people ever did. It's called reverse. It's reverse
cowgirl.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, sort of. No, sort of. It's a reverse. And he said that sometimes I don't like to train with a cup. I don't train with a cup. And I was squeezing his neck, and I could feel my balls in that interview. I could feel him next to his neck. And then I knew he was going out. I was like, wow. So I never trained at it. I thought it was stupid. But now that I know that it works, I'm going to do it all the time. And he likes
it's a reverse neck nut choke.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's only been done 3 times, and he's one of them.
WDMA says he twerks in the ring. Okay, I mean, if y'all worried about transgenders in sports, I'd be more worried about the nigga who full splits and twerks and puts his nuts on my neck.
He does.
Losing to that motherfucker.
He's very flamboyant. That's
hilarious.
Guess what? The motherfucker will beat the brakes off you.
That's what I'm saying. Like in a manly ass sport like that, to have a dude be like, "And I'm gonna whoop your ass."
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Fuck!" Like if he lost to that dude, like you'd be like, "Fuck, man."
He's 4 into the UFC wins. And he did literally one of the most unique. It's a reverse something. I forget the name. It's not an omoplata. Omoplata is different. And he did it, and he described his nuts being next to the guy's neck.
Well, there you go. And the guy that had the nuts on his neck, that reminds me of your joke, Shane. You like, pull your dick out. Like it's like, bro. And he put his balls. He put his balls on you, bro.
And won. And he
put his balls on you.
And not only did he win, he puts dude to sleep. So that means dude wakes up and goes, "Wait a minute, what happened?"
I had this dream that this dude had his balls on my neck, and no, he wakes up in the ring like, no.
How do you go in without a cup and train to tackle people and strangle him with your legs. And he doesn't wear a cup. He says that. He says, I don't like wearing a cup when I train.
Yeah.
Wow. In that interview, that's why I wanted you to see that. He said, and you know, I thought it was stupid at first, but then when I did it, I said, hey, I'm going to do this all the time. And I was like, wow, all right, the UFC. But you know what? I bet you he'll have a huge following. If he keeps winning like he's been winning, he's going to have a huge, huge following from that audience.
I have no criticism of
What's
his
up, Donette?
fighting style or flamboyance. None of that. I don't care. What I will say is, black man, whether you know you are or not, you are giving permission, license to a nation of white people to call you the Monkey King. And if you don't understand the origins of,
it's an
or
insult.
the derogatory origins of the term monkey in association with black people, you need to get out of whatever Republican-run state you're in and find a goddamn book.
Yeah.
But
and by the way,
you cannot allow these motherfuckers to call you.
Yeah,
and your friends, your all white friends who dubbed you the Monkey King, they were racist when they did that. I don't care about every other day, or maybe they're a good guy, this and that.
Right.
But in that moment, doing that was racist as fuck, and continues to be.
The precursor to Savage AF was Monkey with a Brain, bitch.
And that's, you're being sarcastic, right?
Being
Like that's ironic, right?
Like, I know you fucking called me that, and fuck you, bitch. Was more of that. But WDMA Warrior said, I agree. I never spar with a cup. That's why I will never spar with you, WDMA. Because you're not gonna get me with a ball slap.
Never again.
Never
Johnny,
again.
we see you. I haven't seen in a while, Mama. Welcome back.
And everybody hates Cole
Bermuda's finest.
I hope that he gets you in a nut crank. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's it, man. So
I always gotta talk shit to him because he comes on just shots fired. So
but shout out to Stephen Briggs, the interviewer. He's very funny.
He's a funny comic. He's funny
as hell, and a good guy. But the Monkey King, you got to find a new name, bro. Find a new fucking name. You cannot be a black man out here living a public life, allowing these people to call you the Monkey King, because then it's gonna give license for white people to walk around with some shirt with a black dude's face on it, talking about the Monkey King and shit, bro. I don't know.
But he's very
like, and listen, this is coming from me, Black Pedro, right? Like, after I started calling myself, I learned that Black Pedro is this really racist part of Christmas in Europe.
Yeah.
Right. Some places call him Black Pete, or Black Pedro, but he's supposedly this little Negro imp that goes around after Santa Claus drops off all the gifts and he goes and steals them.
Yeah.
So I understand carrying a racist trope as a moniker. That was unbeknownst to me, and obviously I'd love to go to Europe and explain to them why they could suck my dick with that. But this nigga.
So that's gonna be your reason to go to Europe to go.
My European tour, the Black Pedro European tour. Oh,
he landed, and this is the first press release. Pedro, what do you think about Black Pedro? What do you think about the European traditions?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it for that. I'm gonna wait till I get there. Trust me, I'm gonna table that. I got that. I got a whole thing going on.
What else
but you can't carry Monkey King, and he seems to be like fully embraced. Like he's lived with it since he was a kid.
Well, no, he's
told other people. It seems like you leave your town, you go to college, and you don't ever tell you that you had a group of white friends that called you Monkey King. You know what I mean? Like, but you just move on. But he's like, oh, by the way, you can call me Monkey King.
Because he's very like, have you ever seen black people that really, really want white people to like them?
Oh, I think I just watched that on that fucking video for a minute.
Well, he's I mean, he's a great fighter. I'm not going to front. I've seen him. His ground game is ridiculous. Now, he's going to get knocked out if he keeps being flamboyant while he stands up. And when he goes up to, like, if he fights a Robbie Lawler, he's going to get brutalized. But he's one of those people. He's one of those people that will do whatever it takes to be embraced by white people. So
I think earlier Tree had described it as the Seattle black dating scene.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I will be in Seattle coming up, so that's a Seattle area, Tacoma. Wow, Phenom wrote, Well, at least it was on his nuts because if he had his nuts on his chin, never mind. Wow, phenom, going there. Yeah, he didn't know he was being insulted. That's the sad part. But he knew he was being insulted. But that's why he
He
started off.
loved
It
it.
was racial.
He seemed to
He
love it.
loved it, and I love it. That's why I
He's
do.
like, well, at least I got a nickname. That means I'm in.
Yeah, but now he's in UFC. Trust and believe. There will be T-shirts. Champion. Wow. Yeah. No. I mean.
Oh yeah, and she mentioned Schwarzer Pete. Yeah, it depends on what country they're in, but it seems to be a transcontinental thing. This Black Pedro, Black Pete, Schwarzer Pete. Yeah, it's a white thing, y'all.
No,
Savage AF, man, fuck your
and
feelings.
so I'm gonna let y'all know something real quick. This is the thing. Y'all need to subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you watching the show. We appreciate you getting down with us. Subscribe to the channel, and when you get to the channel, say you get to the YouTube, and you get there, and your fingers are right there with you. Now your fingers have to be with you when you get to the YouTube. You get to the YouTube, and then you press your fingers down and do this. Ring the bell. Make sure you ring the bell. Also, subscribe. Very important. And very important to the algorithm for you to rate it and make comments. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down. You can give it a thumb sideways. You give a thumb right up your butt.
Yeah.
I don't care, but it's very important. Give us the thumbs up. Also, subscribe to us on Facebook. Yes, on Facebook, it's Savage A. F. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Make sure you do that. And very important to follow us on Instagram. I haven't created the TikTok that I'm going to make. There's going to be a Savage AF TikTok channel, so we're going to make sure that that's popping. Also, follow.
Are we going to do the dances thing? Are we going to do the?
No.
Are we going to do the challenges?
No.
Like we're gonna try and flip a bottle?
Well, maybe.
Wait, we're not gonna do the.
We're gonna well that one, yeah, that one's cool.
Okay.
We'll do that one. But make sure that you follow at Comedian Shang, at Comedian Shang on Instagram, and at Black Pedro. Black Pedro doesn't have a TikTok. I do have a TikTok.
I do have a TikTok, but
you just don't use it. Well, he will be. I
don't want to be a Chinese spy. That's why.
Well, they are taking all your
information. Oh, y'all working for the China government.
And that's what they do. That's how they get all your information. And all of a sudden you start getting, what? Why? I didn't order no fucking.
You know what TikTok means in Mandarin?
What?
It means we control Negroes.
Wow.
I looked it up.
That took a leap.
I almost got it tattooed on me once, but then I realized.
Follow at Black Pedro on all of the different platforms. Follow myself. And if you don't, you know what that is. All right. I wanted to also let y'all know, I want to do this. I'm going to say this while we're on because we're almost done. Pedro, do you want to have more guests on the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's do it then. Just wanted to see where you were coming from, brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we want to invite guests onto the show. Oh yeah. So don't ever get offended when we talk mad shit to you. Oh yeah. Brother.
We got Shawnee and Donnie in the building. The Bermuda twins have reunited here on Saturday. Wait to see you, ladies. Wait to see you, ladies. All right, Stanny.
Strict in YouTube. Yeah, we might be in trouble on there, but I'll make.
That's why everybody just does.
No, we're only gonna put clips on there, and then we'll bleep them. Make sure that y'all know this. My Shangry is coincidental. It is pertaining to everything that we talked about in the show, and it's something like this. Listen up. It's the time of the punching. And I know y'all going, what does that mean? I think that it's time we start punching back, not only metaphorically, but physically. I think some more of us are going to have to go to jail because white people have lost their mind and they feel like they can do whatever to us. So it's time for us to throw hands. Every time that they say some fuck shit, I think we should start knocking them out. I know that sounds fucked up, But I think so. I think we got to start making them absolutely pay for their fuck. You talk some stupid shit. We at the nightclub, and you feel like, nah, some of you black people can get your ass beat because you can't fight. But most of us, we do got that strength on us. We do got that slave strength, and I think we start
speed, agility, athleticism.
Speed, agility. Yeah, I think we got to start punching them. We got to start punching people. Yeah, we got to start. We got to start doing that. And I know you're saying, what if there's more than one white person? Learn a craft. Learn martial arts. I think we should all buy. Yes, we should all buy guns. I know that sounds crazy. I think we should do that. I don't know why I clicked that one, but no, that was wrong. But I think we should sneak into the Klan, popping off caps at them, because that's what they're doing with us. So I think it's time for black people and people to know that you talk some shit, you're gonna get hands. I'm sure WDMA Warrior and AJ Fit thinks this would be a good policy. My new policy is you talk shit, you get hands. And we get to go free, just like stand your ground law. It's stand my hands law. If you say some wrong shit, get hands.
Stand my hands.
And even, I don't care if you're a baby. If you get out of line, woo, goo goo gaga the wrong way, bam, to the grill. That's what's gonna happen.
Billionaire.
Yeah, billionaire. Understand it. So I think that we've been too passive in a lot of ways because we're always afraid that something will happen. We need to have money set aside for a retainer for us for smacking the shit out of some of these racist people that feel like they can do whatever they want to do that's racist. Or if you're a woman, because I'm not going to hit women, and Pedro, you don't hit women, right?
Only from the back. You know what I got?
What about that now? But I think that we should have lesbians on retainer to beat up Karens. I know that you guys are going, wow, this is a progressive thought. I'm telling you, we should have them where we pay for their, just like Trump said, I'll pay for your defense. We should start doing that and have people that we can get. When women get out of line, you go, okay, I'm going to see you tomorrow at Starbucks. We come with that lesbian who dips her knuckles in cocaine and have her knock her the fuck out. What do y'all think? Would this be a good policy? You talk shit, you get hands. I mean, for real. When you're racist, you talk shit, you get hands. Let me know what you think. Inbox me in my my Instagram.
At Comedian Shang.
At Comedian Shang.
Yeah, I know what it is, man.
Wow. Everybody thinks I'm going to prison.
It's okay.
Give me my money, man.
Savage AF, man. Savage AF, y'all. That's your Shangri for today.
Yes.
That's your show for today, y'all, man.
Yes.
Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. We've almost made it through a full week. Join us tomorrow, Friday the 28th. We'll be right back here, 3 p.m. Friday. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, man. Until then,
wait, before we go, bam, May 25th. Don't forget. Inbox.
I'll have that Eventbrite up tomorrow. There'll be a link in my. I'll be publishing.
There'll be a link in the bio.
The next 4 weeks. So
I'll be pubbing it the 4 weeks too. Comedian Black Pedro is engaged. The comedy special. 2 shows Thursday, May 25th, 7:30 and 9:30 at 3 Clubs Nightclub. It's gonna be a hot night. Make sure you tell all your friends about the show. And once the show comes out, we want you to watch it. Also, if you're in the Tacoma, Washington area, I will be in Tacoma May 5th through the 7th at Nate Jackson Super Funny Comedy Club. Get your tickets today. Thanks for the response. I did a paid promo and we got almost 60,000 response. So let's see if I can sell this bitch out. Then right after that, I'll be in Atlanta, Georgia for 3 nights at the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Norcross, Georgia, May 11th through the 13th, 5 shows. Tell your friends about the show if you get a chance. And come out to the live shows. And very important, May 25th. And come wish Pedro happy birthday too.
Yeah, man. We'll be celebrating my birthday that night as well. After party.
Both. Yeah.
So you know what it is, man.
It's called Engaged.
And yeah, sexy Puerto Rican. It's the game is my love. But y'all know I'll explain the whole thing. You know what it is, man. Savage AF. Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. Listen. Rule number 1, stay black if you are black. Rule number 2, don't be black if you're not. It's not for you.
Not your thing.
Rule number 3, man, keep your finger out your nose.
Yeah, keep your finger out your nose.
It's not sanitary.
Nasty. Or if you're gonna do it in the privacy of your own home while you're on the toilet. That's when I do it the most. So enjoy yourself and keep the plucking. All right? We out.
Savage Ed, we'll see y'all.